Okay, so today is the day that I've been waiting for such a long time. It's the day that I'm gonna be getting custom skates made from my friends at Time Outsource for Sports. So excited to get out of these Bauer 1.9s and into a custom CCM. We'll see what the scanner has to say, because some people think I'm gonna be going with the Super Tax, or some people think I'm gonna go with the Jetspeed. We're gonna see what the iPad decides, and we're gonna make that purchase today. Okay, so we're at Time Out Sports today, and I'm gonna get some custom skates made by CCM, and I wanted to film the process and show you guys how that all works out, and how much it'll cost roughly in the end. So Brian's helping me out today, and he's just gonna set up the customizer for us here, and we'll get going.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do first here is discover your shoes.
Yep.
And we'll roll up your pant legs here. The goal of this is when we get your feet planted on here, you want to kind of do it in one big motion, because if you kind of go between one side and the other there, it's going to show up in different heat ranges that way, so it's going to scan differently. Okay. So when you're trying to do it, try to place them near the top there, keep them flat, soles against, and just a little bit of pressure. So if you don't want to, you can even kind of support yourself with the bench there. Okay. Yeah, there you go. And whenever you're ready, just place them right there. Excellent. So we did the scan there, and we got a 8.5 scan on the left foot there, and a 9 on the right foot. Okay. You're also recommended into the Jetspeed line, so the FT2 is there, not the tax line. Okay. What we can do here is we can go through the features, and it's like seeing your foot scan as well. When it goes through your advanced foot analysis there, it's going to give you your heel width, your instep, that kind of thing. So when they actually go through the scan that way and they start to build the skate itself, all these get taken into account as well, and that's what's going to come into actually building that custom boot for yourself. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we're crammed in here. In the left one? Yep. And the right one. And foot, and the toe is actually near the end. On the right one? On the right one. Okay. But my right one was supposed to be bigger, right? It is the bigger foot. It is the bigger foot. Is it crammed or is it dust touching? It's kind of nicking it, I guess. Like if I were to wiggle my toe, I feel it. I'd probably then I would. Is it uncomfortable? Lengthwise. Lengthwise? More lengthwise, yes. Maybe slightly. Okay, so in that part, I would probably go to 8 1/4 instead of 9. Because if it's just slightly, if it was like a lot, I'd do the 9. But if it's only slightly, you can do quarter sizes. So you can do like 8, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 8 3/4. Right. So you can obviously vary that, right? So whatever it suggests here is just a suggestion. You can always change everything, right? Right. Okay. Yeah, I do kind of feel it actually now that I'm in kind of on the edges there. Really tight or? No, it's not really tight. Okay, so I would probably only do a quarter size, because if you do a half size, that's quite a bit. Yeah. Quarter size is still going to give you that extra little bit of room. Especially with your working and you're playing again, it's going to obviously work in the boot. You can push back in there, your heel's going to get sucked back in the boot, and that's going to create more room. Yeah. What about the right foot? Is the length okay in the right? Yeah. Okay, so that one we leave at the 8 1/2. Now going to the width. How does the width feel? No good. No good? No good. Both of them? Both of them, yeah. Okay, so I do double E in both of them then. So what that's going to do is get a wider toe cap, widen out the whole entire boot. Okay. So yeah, I would suggest the 8 1/2 left, double E, and 8 3/4 on the right, double E. And that way you're getting that extra little bit of room, but not that 9, right? Not overdoing, have your heel slip out every time you're skating. Yeah. That'd be too bad. Yeah. Most people will go with the regular. With the regular, yeah, I'm kind of feeling that too. Yeah, the thick is nice because it gives you a little extra softness to it, but again, just for the fit, it's better to have the regular. All right. Yeah, that's the lace lock feature. So the old feature they had on the ribcord here. Okay. Yeah. You have the option if you want that lace lock. Yeah. You can actually have that added on there. Okay. I don't think I'm interested in the lace lock there. As well, for the forefoot foam, you have two options. You have the regular, so what you had on there, and then you have the comfort foam add on, and that's going to be basically just a thicker foam, right, in the toe cap? Yeah, I don't know if you'd want more of the toe cap. I think you just. If it's already tight as it is now, recommend going regular. Okay, let's go regular then. So they give you the options of going stiff or extra stiff. Not a lot of guys do that, even some pro guys. So we actually got a chart. Even Brent Burns, when he gets his skates customized, he does regular. And he's a big boy. Yeah. He doesn't go stiff or extra stiff. He keeps his regular. Okay. He doesn't like the stiffness. Fair enough. Being too stiff. So I'd probably keep it at the regular stiffness there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Now your tongue would be your next one.
Okay, so you do have 3 options again as well.
Okay.
You have your D3O, so that's going to be that material they're using their chesties and everything like that, so it's impact protection foam.
Yeah.
You'll have the Pro Flat. Should you have one of those guys over there?
It's on that.
Oh, sorry, Brent. This will be your Pro tongue there.
That's the Pro tongue. Pretty thick.
Yeah, and this is going to be the ripcord tongue there.
Okay.
The biggest thing with tongues, are you looking for more protection or a little lightweight?
I'm kind of looking for something pliable, I guess. Something a little flexier. A little flexier, I'd say.
The Pro rib does have a little more bend to it for sure.
Yeah, stiffer tongue, more flexible. Yeah, it'd be the ripcord one.
Yeah. Ripcord one?
If you wanted more flex, if you wanted more protection, you'd go D3O. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
A little easier, a little softer, and then again, when you get your stance too, it's a little easier. You don't feel like you're gonna be.
Yeah, because I feel like when I'm in my stance, like I get
almost like the lace bite on top.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you definitely won't like the D3O then.
Okay. Sure, let's do that.
Do the rib there.
This is fun. I should do this annually because this is a good time.
So steel selection here.
Okay.
Step steel 3mm width.
Yep.
Or you have the Steps black steel there.
Is that 3mm as well?
Yeah, so you can go 4 or you can go 3. You have your choice.
I think I want 3.
3, okay.
So.
And do you want the stainless or do you want the black steel?
I haven't heard too many good things about the black steel. What do you guys think?
Personally, when you get to the top of the line and it's a true black steel, it's not oxidized, it's going to be the real deal. I find it does hold the sharp a little bit longer that way.
Okay.
Again, like, if you don't care about looks as much, the honing does get away a little bit of that blackness to it eventually.
Okay.
But overall quality steel, pretty comparable.
Pretty comparable. Okay. Yeah, let's go for style. Let's do the black and the 3. Yes.
Laces, Pro Cotton or waxed?
Let's go cotton. Yeah, I find the wax breaks on me super fast, so we'll do that.
Okay, we're gonna go over it. Then here, I'll take this off your hands here. Okay, so for details, size 8.5 left, 8 3/4 on the right.
Yep.
Width double E on both sides.
Okay.
Boot cut regular. Ankle pads regular. 4-foot foam regular.
Okay.
Toe cap regular. Holder regular. Lace lock no. Insoles regular. Stiffness all the same. Nothing extra stiff there. We don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Ton we're going Pro ribs, so the one on the rib core. We're going Step Steel black 3mm.
Okay.
And we're going with the Pro Cotton laces.
All right.
Perfect.
Sounds good. So is there any customization for embroidery or anything like that?
Yeah, where's the...
Gotta get the name and number on the tongue if you can, right? Just in case you lose it? Just in case you lose it, exactly. That's what it's there for, right?
Yeah, so the tongue selection, it's good because of the tongue selection. You can't do the embroidery on it.
Oh, man.
And also, I'm looking through it. It doesn't look like they might do it for goalies because it's covered by the pads. Right, so players, they do it right at the top, and when you look at these ones, they don't even leave a space anywhere for them.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. So that was sent in, so now we just got to do it, everything else at the front. Perfect. That'll be in the computer.
So I think, what are we looking at right now on these turnaround time? About 4-ish weeks?
It says 4 to 6, but yeah, it's coming a little bit earlier side of things.
Okay.
Terrific. Can't wait.
Feels like having a lacrosse stick on the end of your hand.
That was fast.
That was fast. That takes the money nice and quick.
Yeah, sure does.
So, get your receipt with that.
Did that hurt?
Well, nothing's getting...
You know what? No, it didn't.
Just in
Because my skates that I have now hurt more, so that didn't hurt at all. Perfect. Thank you so much for your help, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate it.
Have a great weekend,
Yeah,
guys.
you too. Enjoy the island. Thanks so much for your help.
Problem.
All right, so we just got the skates ordered at Time Out Sports here. Big shout out to those guys for helping me out with it. Super excited about getting these skates in 4 to 6 weeks. Going through the whole custom experience was super cool and definitely worth doing if you're playing high level hockey or if you have weird feet like I do. So I can't wait for these skates to come in. It's gonna be good. So these beauties right here are my CCM Jetspeed FT2 skates. These things are absolutely gross, and I would like to talk to you guys a little more about my first 3 skates with them. Stepping into the boot for the first time was a dream come true. It feels like these skates are hugging your feet and they don't want to let go, which I can get behind, boys. Like, that is the sickest feeling. Like, nothing feels better than skates that are made perfectly for your feet. But stepping out on the ice for the first time was where I had a few problems. My first lap around the rink, I almost fell 3 or 4 times. I couldn't believe it. I was starting to get a little nervous that something was wrong with my skates. The best way to describe the feeling I was having out on the ice would be like maybe a reverse high heel or something like that, because that's what it felt like. My toes were just pointing to the sky, even though they weren't. My next problem I had was with my butterfly slides. When I would push off my butterfly slide, the tip of my blade would dig into the ice, slowing me down immensely. I didn't have a very good ice time that day, and I was very concerned about my skates, because the last thing you want to do once you get custom skates is to pour more money into them. So the first thing I did when I got home was switch out the insoles. CCM gave me an additional pair that's kind of like their version of Superfeet, so I took these stock ones out and replaced them with CCM's version of Superfeet. The next thing I did was I went and paid a visit to my friends down at Time Outsource for Sports to talk about my blade. I told them about my problem and they gave me options on what to do next. The first thing they suggested was shaving my blades down and then go back out for another ice time to see what I thought. And if I still didn't like the feel of my blades after that skate, they told me to come back so they can profile them for me to be more like my Bauer blades that I really enjoyed. So I did my second and third skate with these skates, and I'd say I'm about 90% happy as of right now. Changing out the soles was a must. As soon as I changed out the stock soles for the other ones that CCM gave me, it felt like a skate that I've been using my whole entire life. As for the blades, they were good, but not good enough. I still felt a bit of drag whenever I'd butterfly slide, so the next thing I'm going to do is go down to Time Outsource for Sports and get them profiled, and hopefully that will solve 100% of my problems. I would like to say, in just those 2 ice times after I got the blade shaved down a bit, I have never skated better in my whole life, and I honestly think these skates made the difference. After I work out my issue with the blade, I am 100% confident that these are the best skates that I've ever used in my whole entire life. Overall, I enjoyed my CCM custom skate experience, but I feel like there's a couple things that I would love to see in the future. You guys know that I absolutely love customization, and if I could get a piece of gear with my last name on it, I'm 100% doing it. So I was very disappointed to find out that I couldn't put my name or even my number on the skate. Yeah, I get it that the pad would be covering it, but at the end of the day, it's for me. It's for me. I get to see it, and I would personally love to have my name or number somewhere on the tongue. So if CCM could design a tongue for goalies where they can put their last name and number on, that would be great. The other thing I'd like to see isn't a huge deal, but just a simple thank you letter. I'm not talking about anything personal, I'm just talking about typing my name at the top. Thank you for spending a lot of money with us. We appreciate your business, CCM. Something like that, because I'm pretty sure Bauer and True do it. The unboxing experience was very underwhelming in my opinion, and I feel like the letter would have made it a little better. So now let's talk about how much these skates cost to do. And shockingly, the player CCM custom skates cost a bit more to do, which I still can't believe. Like, goalie stuff is always more expensive. I paid $12.99 Canadian before taxes. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but at the end of the day, you're getting a skate built perfectly for your feet. Am I disappointed that they aren't perfect out of the box? Yes, of course, but with some minor tweaks, these things are going to be excellent. I'll have to do a review for you guys later down the road once I've gotten all the issues figured out with the skates to see if this whole experience is even worth it. So that about does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I haven't seen too many goalies get custom skates on YouTube, so I thought it'd be a good idea to bring you guys along, show you the CCM experience, and show you how much it costs at the end of the day. Whenever I'd go into a sports store and talk about getting custom skates done, they'd always quote me with an ish at the end. $1,200-ish, $1,300-ish to do. So I really wanted to try and nail down a price for you guys. Don't forget to give the video a like and share it with your mom or your dad or your grandparents and say, hey, I want custom skates for Christmas. Let me know how that goes. And yeah, that's about it. I'm Nick the Goalie. Thanks for watching.